Welcome to Corey Turner Talks, Cars, Things You Don't Know, the Lamborghini Countach. Please hit the like and subscribe button and help us make more videos. The Countach is the stuff of legend. Kicking off the supercar era with its edgy styling, the Countach had performance numbers to match. Or did it? In 1986, a road test for the Fast Lane magazine reported the Countach breaking the 200 mile per hour mark by posting a top speed of an incredible 201.9 miles per hour. That's in 1986. The question isn't that did it hit the 201.9 mark, just how? And was it really a production model? Well, no. In an all-out effort to beat Ferrari, Lamborghini may have used some tricks of the trade to help the Countach with its top speed records, including rigged airbox, intake spacers, and in some runs, doctored tires, removed mirrors, removed wipers, hollowed out suspension joints, and other tricks. The more realistic top speed of the 1986 Countach was 181.6 miles per hour, which is still supercar royalty. Supercars are all about weight to power ratio, so any chance to reduce the car's weight must be explored. Marcello Gandini took exterior styling cues for the Countach from the 1967 Marzal concept car and the 1968 Alfa Romeo Karabo concept. The two concept cars used a safety glass that had recently been developed by a Belgian company. The glass was super lightweight. In fact, it was such a difference in weight that Porchse had begun using it on their 911 race cars and RS homologation specials in Group 4. The Countach took advantage of the super lightweight glass, using it throughout. It wasn't cheap back then, but it's even more expensive now. If you need a new windshield for your Countach, even a replica can set you back around $8,000. The Countach's styling was cutting edge, mean, aggressive, obviously chiseled from hours spent testing in a sophisticated wind tunnel, right? Well, no. Lamborghini, like many exotic car makers, were always a little short in the cash department. The result is creative engineering and creative problem solving. Not having the resources to put the Countach through proper wind tunnel testing, engineers glued regular feelers made out of fabric all over the car. Out on the road, they took extensive pictures of it racing along and made bodywork adjustments based on the directions and reactions of the feelers. This low-budget wind tunnel testing is why the Countach, although looking like the sleekest of fighter jets, had a drag coefficient of 0.42. The first Lamborghini to really use wind tunnel testing was the Diablo, and that was due to the resources of Chrysler, the owner, during the Diablo's development. Ferruccio Lamborghini was not interested in race cars. He felt it was so very Ferrari. And to be honest, too expensive. As a result, there was no factory-backed racing program from Lamborghini. The problem Ferruccio had was his very talented team, for the most part, came from motorsports and had a passion for high-performance sports cars. When the LP500 concept car made its debut at the Geneva Auto Show, it was a hit. But Lamborghini was having financial problems, and the world was facing a pending oil crisis. Due to pressure from his team, Ferruccio made a bet with Bob Wallace, not only his test driver but also his automotive engineer, that if Bob could drive the prototype on a very long road trip and the car can make it all the way back, they would put the car into production. Needless to say, Bob accepted the challenge. The car made the entire trip, and just 2 short years later, the LP400, the legendary Countach, hit the production line. The iconic Countach wing was added in the parking lot. The giant wing is legendary, but not for all the right reasons. It's huge. It blocks rearward visibility, but looks amazing. But the rear wing for the Countach is completely cosmetic. As a matter of fact, if the wing wasn't purposefully zeroed out, if it produced any level of downforce, the Countach would be uncontrollable at high speeds. You see, the reason is the car experiences front axle lift at high speeds. It wants to get airborne, and the result is loss of steering control. Anything like a giant wing that would add additional downforce to the back of the car would increase that front axle lift, resulting in a very dangerous car. So why did they make the wing? Well, it was actually designed to go on just one car for the F1 racing team owner Walter Wolf. It wasn't an option, but the wing was an immediate hit with anyone who saw it. Lamborghini didn't have the funds to rehomologate the car and add the wing. So when a Countach was completed, it was pulled off the production line, taken to the parking lot where employees with a power hand drill were ready to go. It took less than 10 minutes to install the iconic wing, and then the cars were off for delivery. Are you fast enough to hit the subscribe button in record time? Please take a moment to like, follow, subscribe, and leave a comment regarding which car we should do in the future. Thank you for helping us grow. And let's talk about cars tomorrow.